Hello, my name is Ted Burke and I'm the pastor here at Crestwood United Methodist Church. I'm doing this series on the Stations of the Cross, and I encourage you to go back and watch from the beginning. The Stations of the Cross are images or pictures, if you would, carvings of the last day in Jesus' life before his resurrection. And we know from all four Gospels more about this station. You see, this is Station 10, and it's entitled, Jesus is Stripped of His Garments. You know, clothing is so important in our society today, and it always has been. We often judge people by their clothing. If they're dressed nice, we offer more respect. If they're dressed shabby or wrinkled, then maybe we look down on them. Here, Jesus is publicly stripped and now is naked. This moment takes us all the way back to Genesis chapter 3. Hear the words from the Bible. They heard the sound of the Lord God walking in the garden at the time of the evening breeze, and the man and wife hid themselves from the presence of the Lord God among the trees of the garden. But the Lord God called to man and said, "Where are you?" And he said, "I heard the man and said to him, 'Where are you?' And he said, 'I heard the sound of you in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked, and I hid myself.' He said, 'Who told you that you were naked? Have you eaten from the tree in which I commanded you not to eat?' You see, the Son of Man, who was there in the very beginning of the world, who saw Adam and Eve stand naked in the garden, and they were not ashamed, was also there to see them in their shame." So Jesus once more takes on the condition of the fallen humanity. The first Adam experienced physical and moral nakedness in the Garden of Eden because of his disobedience to God. The second Adam, Jesus, took upon himself the likeness of the sinful flesh. He suffered the shame of nakedness in his death. This station reminds us that our value doesn't come from things. Our identity in this world should not be based on trappings or possessions. Our value comes in our relationship with Jesus Christ. I heard a pastor one time tell this illustration of the value of things. He said, "Would you rather have a pair of tennis shoes that I've autographed or LeBron James? Who do we value these tennis shoes more?" He said, "Would you rather have a guitar signed by me, the pastor, or one signed by Paul McCartney of the Beatles?" You see, we place value on things based on whose they are. And you and I, followers of Jesus Christ, the Son of God, are priceless. And so I've come here to the sanctuary, to the communion rail, or even we might call the altar. It is the place when we kneel before God. God knows everything. We can't hide anything. And so we kneel before Him as we are, embraced in His love. And we see this in station number 10.